Hello students, we'll discuss a question from motion. In this question, a distance time graph is given. You can see here in y-axis distance is given and in x-axis time is given in hour. The question shows a distance time graph of three objects A, B and C. They are moving A, B and C. Study the graph and answer the following question. So let us discuss the first question. Which of the following three is traveling the fastest? That means the speed is asked, distance and time given, and question is asked that among A, B, C, who is traveling fastest? So we know that speed equal to distance upon time, and here as it is a graph of distance and distance time, so you have to find out the slope. So what you will do to find out who is traveling fastest, you can join from any point where it will intersect all the three lines. You join a perpendicular like this to the x-axis so that you can see the corresponding point in y-axis will give you the distance traveled and this will give you the time. Now with this, how can you find out who is traveling fastest? Now you see time is same for all the three objects A, B and C. The time is fixed, let's say it's 1.45 second because it is in between 1.2 1.6, maybe it is 1.4 seconds. So time is fixed 1.4 second for all the three objects. Now the distance is approximately 11 kilometer for B, and if I'll choose this point because it is intersecting point object A here, so object A, the corresponding point, it will be approximately 10. So 10 kilometer approximately the object A has covered for the same time. Time is let's say this is 4, 8, 12, 1.2, 1.6, maybe it is 1.4, in between 1.2 and 1.6. Now for the same time, object C has traveled approximately 8 kilometer. Now you can easily tell time same for 1.4 hour. In 1.4 hour, A object A has traveled 10 kilometer, object C has traveled 8 kilometer, object B has traveled approximately 11 kilometer. So who is traveling faster? The one who has covered more distance in same time, the object will be traveling fastest. So in this case, let's say for B, it is your distance is 11 upon 1.4. For C, VB, you can see velocity or speed of B, speed of A is your, let's say it's 10 by 1.4. For VC, it is 8 by 1.4. So my plan to put it here, the joining the perpendicular, dropping a perpendicular on x-axis, is to bring the denominator equal or to make the denominator equal, so that we can compare now who the numerator is highest in maximum in VB. So we can say VB is speed of B is more than speed of A is greater than speed of C. So our first question, that which of is traveling fastest? So definitely B is traveling more distance in the same time, so B is traveling fastest. Second question, I hope it's clear. Now second question, are all the three ever at same point on the road? No. You can see here A, B, C, there is no common point. C is meeting at A here, B is meeting at A here, C is meeting B at this point, but they are not meeting together at any point, right? So answer will be no. How far C has traveled when B passes A? Look at the question. How far C has traveled when B passes A? When B passes A, where B is passing A? This point. This point B is crossing, sorry, B passes A this point. This point B passes C. So here in this point B passes A. Question is how far C has traveled when B passes A. So B is passing at A here. So just drop a perpendicular to x-axis. Now when B passes A, the time is approximately 1.2 hour, and at that time C has traveled this much of distance. So join another perpendicular to y-axis. It is approximately 7 kilometer. So it will be 7 kilometer approximately that C has traveled when B passes A. Now the last question is how far B has traveled by time it passes C. So where B is passing C? B is passing C here. Now the question is how far B has traveled when it passes C. So now join a perpendicular to the distance axis. So the distance axis is showing us it is approximately 6 kilometer or 5 kilometer in between 4 and 6. So you can count and it is approximately 5 kilometer. So B is how far B has traveled by the time it passes C. So when it passes C, B has traveled approximately 5 kilometer, and C has also traveled the same, of course, right? So this way you can explain the questions like distance time graph, velocity time graph. You can find out different um, solutions for similar questions. Thank you for watching the video.